For me, I think it's a really good feeling for sure to be a official driver for Toro Rosso. It's a completely new experience, and for sure very satisfied for the news, and very motivated. And I think that's the most important thing to be on the first race weekend. I think it means a lot to be the first, the youngest ever, but for sure it's not the target that a driver wants and a driver needs, because obviously you also want to develop as a driver, you want to win a lot of races, and obviously you want to become world champion. So you're always delivering, and you're always improving your performance. So that's a good thing to be in the first race, but still a lot to go, and I know that I'm very young, so still a lot to experience to come. I think the aim for this race is quite clear, is to learn as much as we can. Obviously we don't have any experience with the car, so what we need is just some mileage, make all the laps possible, and for sure to get the best of this experience. At the end is another car, another championship, and another series, so what we need is to learn the best, and to enjoy the moment, which is the most important thing to enjoy. Well, I think the main problems for sure should be, I think, the race maybe, because obviously the races are so long in Formula One. The races are longer than what I'm used to drive normally and what I'm used to do. So the race will be for sure quite difficult, but we are here to learn. So it's also quite good for us as the newcomer. So yeah, looking forward for the race, especially because I know at the end we will get up to speed in qualifying and in free practice. Because we are a good driver, and for sure we can also develop our technical side. During the last weeks, I changed a little bit my type of training. Obviously, I went a little bit down with resistance cardio training hours, and I improved my strength. Obviously, you need a good upper back and neck, especially for the high speed corners with Formula One, because mainly you feel the neck and the upper back with the car. So mainly, yeah, I just changed a little bit my training sessions, but I guess I improved. So we will see this weekend in Hungary. I guess in Spain everything was completely crazy. They were very happy, and for sure they really wanted to have another driver, another Formula One driver, and I think this means a lot for me, obviously, and for Spain, because at the end it makes it more fun, Formula One in my country, and it gives me also more motivation to continue and to develop as a driver. I think the welcome in Faenza with Toro Rosso was fantastic. They are very good people. I get on with Italian people. It's like Spain, so it's really, Latin people get on quite good together. So it was not a problem. It was, I'm getting on very well, and yeah, looking forward for the races and to understand the type of work they do. The car preparation was not really a lot. For sure, I did a test last week before Hungary in Italy, aero testing. So it was quite good for the balance of the car, to get a feeling of the car and for the new tires. But for sure, I guess it's not enough to make a race. But obviously, as I said, it's a new situation for me. It's a situation where I have to learn, and I have to get the best of this situation. I think, to be honest, I'm quite lucky knowing the European tracks, because obviously I raced in Europe, and my racing career has been held in Europe with Formula 3 and the Renault World Series. But obviously the overseas tracks, I don't really know them, like places like Japan or Brazil. I've never been to, but it will be also quite interesting to see this year. I think we've always had a good racing in Hungaroring. We've always been competitive in the past, so I feel quite confident for this weekend in terms of regarding the track. So I think the track is for sure quite physical in this sense. It's quite tough for the brakes, and it looks like a kart track, because it's obviously not very smooth. It's quite tight corners, but it's not high speed, so it's not so tough for the neck. But it will be good fun to drive here. I think I get along pretty well with Sebastian. I know him since go-karting in Italy, since we were 13-year-old. So old guy for me. So we raced together in go-karting, and now we will race together in formulas. I've never raced against him, so just in karting, and we will see. I think for sure Sebastian he will make me, he will tell me some advice, he will help me in this sense. But at the end, we are rivals in the track. Everyone is just working by its own, and everyone wants to win. Everyone wants to be the first to be on the straight line. So at the end, we are rivals also, and we have different type of working and different type of feeling. So he will do his work, I will do my work. I think the fact that I will race in Valencia, it means a lot to me, because obviously it's quite near to Barcelona, where the place where I was born and the place where I live, and obviously a lot of people will come there, and definitely will be good fun for everyone, because at the end, it's a quite new track from last year, and I had the possibility to drive the Formula 3 cars in Valencia Street Circuit, so I know the track quite well. This will be a good point to see, and also, very motivated for that weekend as well. Mainly, my personal dream and my main objective, it's in life for sure to be happy as I am now, but more than ever, it's obviously to become world championship in Formula One, world champion, as I guess all the drivers want. So I think that's my target in a long term. Now we have to learn, we have to see, we have to study the situation, and then we can push and we can try to win. I started motorsport when I was 7 year old in Barcelona. I started racing just as to have fun, some weekends with a go-kart, and obviously with my dad, we were going to the races and we had fun. Then I just upgrade step by step. I raced in Spain, because obviously Barcelona is part of Catalonia, and I raced in Catalonia, and then after I raced in Spain, and then after Spain I raced in Europe. So step by step I was growing up. I think, to be honest, I'm a driver who finishes more or less all the races. That's mainly my characteristics, because I don't think I make a lot of mistakes, and for sure when we make, the best thing to do is just to get up as quickly as possible and to learn the situation we had. I think that's the maturity of a driver, and it's very important, because at the end, loads of drivers are very fast, and loads of drivers have the technical side, and they can be very, very competitive. But the difference between these drivers and the best is that the maturity on the head, and the fact that they finish all the races in the top, and the fact that they are always in the front, they are always competitive. I think my weak point is the experience. Obviously, I'm 19-year-old. Fortunately or unfortunately, I've done 1 year in Formula 3. I won the championship last year, and this year I have half a season in the Renault World Series. So now I upgrade to Formula 1. So I think that's my weak point. I don't have experience. I don't have enough mileage with the car, but I'm looking forward. I will have fun and I will be happy. Well, I think now in Catalonia and obviously in Spain, it's a big moment for everyone, and obviously they're pushing hard with me, and I guess a lot of people like the new situation with me with Toro Rosso. So yeah, I guess everyone is happy. For sure, I think the key of the fact that I'm already in Scuderia Toro Rosso is that for sure the Red Bull junior team structure. I've been with the junior team for 4 years, and they've been supporting me since I left go-karting. So that was the key for sure with my progression and my development. I could manage to win the championship, and I could manage to be always in the front. So that's a little bit the key to the victory. I think definitely the British Formula 3 Championship in Donington Park last year, it was amazing to win it on the first year, and with such a good drivers like Oliver Turvey, Brendan Hartley, and it was really, really big for me, and obviously being the youngest ever also as well, also in the championship. So quite happy that day, and I guess I really hope so I can be as happy some more days in the future. I think I don't really have any idols to follow. I have loads of reference drivers, like for sure definitely Sebastian Vettel, my friend Fernando, and obviously Michael Schumacher. They've been for sure in this. They've left big marks in motorsport, and not just as a drivers, also as a persons and as a drivers. And obviously the one next to me is Sebastian Vettel, because I left with him with in the Red Bull Junior team, so I know him quite well. And obviously you find him as a reference driver, as a driver to follow, and obviously as a person to follow. So I think it's like a little bit like this.